3rd season. That's 17 seasons ago. Who gonna check you about what season it came out on? Nobody. I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the... It's your girl Shaela Michelle, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. I would like for you to subscribe and join the family. But if you are a returning subscriber, please make sure that you hit that bell notification. That way you're notified every time there's a new upload, okay? Right into it. I feel like we're in the black girl luxury era. If you are familiar with TikTok, familiar with Instagram, that is kind of what's been floating around. A lot of creators, that is just, they just in their bag, and it's cool. Now, we're on budgets over here, so you have to be smart about it. Honestly, you literally have to be smart about it. So we all know that luxury goods probably don't cost as much to be made as much as they're being sold for. But there's ways around paying the entire price. So that's what this video is going to be about today. It's going to be all about how you can receive luxury goods at a discounted price and that you're interested in. Please stay tuned, and we're going to jump right into it. Make sure before we purchase anything that it's in our budget. Make sure you're always making a sound decision before you're making any type of purchase as far as luxury goods go. The first tip I have is Poshmark. With Poshmark, you have to be super careful. You have to do a lot of research. You have to make sure that those goods are actually the legitimate goods that you will purchase out of a store. Like, they're legitimate, they're authenticated. And one of the things that I typically do is, if it's a luxury good and I'm buying it from Poshmark, I ask for receipts. I ask for pictures. I ask for the actual box that it came in. And if it's a bag, give me that too. Like, I feel like if I'm having to purchase this from you, I want everything. So, as if I'm purchasing out of a store. I take the pictures that the person uploaded for me to look at and make sure that they're legitimate earrings. I take them and I send them to an authenticator. You'll have to do your own research as far as finding your own authenticator, which authenticators are people that can look at luxury brand pictures as well as the actual item and tell you if it's a legitimate piece of... Once you find your authenticator, you can send them, you can pay them and say, hey, I really want this. I want you to go ahead and check the price. Check and make sure that this is legitimate before I spend all of this money on it. Now, that is very risky. Very, very risky. But it's worth it. I did that personally, and it was very much worth it. I got my certificate of authentication for some items for an item that I purchased off of Poshmark. So it was super helpful. And I bought my item at a discounted rate. So, legitimate, got it at a fraction of the price, almost 50% off of the original price. So it's worth it. That's where I was able to find a really good authenticator, just for reference, is Facebook. So you're going to have to do your research. That means looking through their stuff, making sure that they have been doing authentication for a while. Find other people that can vouch for them. And also with Poshmark, you want to look at the actual seller's page as well. See if they constantly have luxury goods on there as well, and they're selling luxury goods, and check the reviews, because a lot of those people sell luxury goods that aren't real. And if somebody got, you best believe they're gonna say it in the comments. They're gonna say they got, and they're gonna give them a bad rating. So don't say Shaela went and told you to go buy luxury goods from Poshmark without saying I told you to also do your research before you bought it. Okay, so quickly jumping into my second tip while I am still getting ready to shoot more content. Tip number 2 is basically shopping your off-price market. So I currently work in the shoe market where we purchase from super big vendors like New Balance, stuff like that, like New Balance, Sperry. When we're purchasing from vendors, we buy this thing called closeouts, right? So closeouts are basically inventory that was probably ordered by another company. They probably looked at their numbers, noticed that that certain product may not be doing well on their site, and just because it's not doing well on their site does not mean that it won't do well on your site. Your audience is your audience. Those companies may have done a future order with, say for example, New Balance, and it's not selling that well, right? So they want to go ahead and cancel the upcoming order of whatever that product is that they purchased from New Balance. What happens at that point is New Balance has leftover inventory. If they don't sell it to somebody else, they need to get rid of it. So they sell it to places like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Nordstrom Rack to get rid of it, and they give it to them at a discounted rate, which is why they are able to discount it at their rate, because you have your market. You want to check your TJ Maxx's and Marshalls and stuff like that just to see if you can find, you know, things at a discounted rate. Now, what I've also noticed that is really wonderful is now some of these places you can shop online. Now, Nordstrom Rack, you can shop online. You've always been able to shop online. TJ Maxx, not so much. You couldn't shop them online, but now you can. And what's positive about that experience is we now have our Klarnas, our Afterpays, Affirms, all of those guys, and you can actually set up a payment to pay off whatever that item is and to pay for. Or, you know, if you want to just pay it all out because it's very inexpensive, you can do that. But the point is, you have options now these days. You don't have to go in and just drop $1,500. You have options on how to spend your money, right? TJ Maxx's, your Marshalls are your next bet, or is my second tip. You want to look at these off-price marketplaces and see what they have on there. Now, I'm not saying just buy something just because of the simple fact that it's a luxury brand. Make sure that it's something that you like and something that you will utilize before you purchase it. Don't just buy it just because it's luxury, you know, and it's at a discounted rate. Because what ends up happening is you won't like it. You're not going to wear it. And you're probably going to sell it. And if you do sell it, because it's an off-price luxury item, you probably won't get what you pay for. You'll probably end up selling whatever it is for like $50. Make sure it is something that you fully believe in, you like, you know for a fact you're going to wear it. My third and last option, there's this thing called Klarna. I mean, not Klarna, Karma. I forgot what it used to be called. It used to be called something totally different. I actually found it from Janae from High Low Looks. She was advertising it, and then there was someone else, which was Monroe Steele, that was actually advertising this company. And I was like, I really don't need a place where I can hold all of the things, or app where I can hold all of the things that I want to buy. And until you don't really realize that you need the app until you need the app. You know what I'm talking about? Karma. You can download Karma, and basically Karma will allow you to save any item in the app that you like. So I'm going to have like a small little display on the side to kind of show you how I would go into Karma. But typically you just find an item that you like. Once you've downloaded the app, it adds it to like your share tab. So when you click share, it's going to say where do you want to share it at, and that's either through text message, if you want to send it in, you see things like Instagram pop up, you see things like Twitter, all of that jazz. You're going to scroll down and you're going to click Karma. It saves the item to Karma. Now, that's only if that particular brand has integrated their site with Karma. And that's another way that you can actually kind of find out if that's a legitimate shopping place, because I know a lot of people have got buying stuff from these shopping places that aren't legitimate shopping places. You might buy something and you're thinking you're getting something at a discounted rate, and it's not a legitimate place, and now you don't get your money back, or you're having to do all of this fighting with your bank to get your money back. You can actually get discounts because they offer small discounts to people that shop using Karma. So that's another way you can get a discount on top of a discount. But this is why I say get Karma, because there was some Versace shoes. I want to show you the shoes, but I can't because my hands got makeup on them, and I just will not touch my shoes and get them dirty just to show y'all. New came out this year, 2022. I think they were about 17. I don't think they was 17. I don't think they was close to 2000. These Versace shoes and my Karma app, probably like regular $1,400, $1,500. I knew it was pretty steep, but this was a wedding gift to myself. I did get married, so those were going to be my wedding shoes. Super excited. Now, I was willing to pay. I had already decided in my head, I'm going to be willing to pay this $1,500, right? You can set up notifications for when something that you saved goes to a discounted rate, right? I received a notification that it had went to a discounted rate. So of course I clicked it. Well, it didn't say that specific thing. It just tell you that one of the items that you saved went on a discounted rate. So I clicked it, and that's the part. I'm so glad I did though. When I saw that it was the Versace shoes and they went on sale for 50% off, so almost like $700 for them. $700. Like, don't get me wrong, $700 is still a lot. It's still a little pricey, but baby, $700 is better than $1,500. I'll save $700 any day. End up winning on those, and that is not the first time that Karma has helped me out saving on money. I end up buying my wife shoes, some Alexander McQueen's for Christmas. Alexander McQueen's tennis shoes probably run maybe like regular $700, $750, around that price range. I paid only $300 for them. That is what I pay regularly with just like other shoes. That's a steal. Like a real steal. Like, actually I think they were like $2 something, but like after taxes they were $300. Still, Karma has helped me so many times, especially with Zara. You know how Zara loves to sell out of stuff? They tell me when stuff come back in stock immediately. I think Karma app to me is so successful. I actually think that it's a huge deal. I think it's worth downloading. Like, I mean, honestly, it's free. Why not? Try it out. Now, if you on a budget, maybe not, because it is going to make you spend more money, because you're going to see stuff often and you're going to get notifications often. It's so much of a gem that my wife uses it now. She saves stuff for herself in the app, and sometimes, which is also great, you can use the app if your husband or if your wife decides, oh, I don't know what to get them, go in the app. I've saved thousands of things. You can pick. You decide. It's in your price range at this point. So literally, that was one of the best things for me and my wife. So like, sometimes we go in there and get gifts for each other out of that app. I'm gonna finish off this little beat real quick and I'll be right back. That is pretty much it, everybody. This is the final look. But one is check Poshmark. Make sure you have an authenticator. Second one is make sure you look at the off-market price sites like your TJ Maxx, Marshalls, things of the sort. And your last one would be to get involved with the Karma app, and it's spelled Karma. That's it. So if you guys like this type of video and you want to come back, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And also follow your girl on Instagram, because I give that tea all the time on Instagram. I don't give it that much on YouTube. You see, I'm lacking where it's cracking. But I'm going to get myself together. This year is a new year. Okay? So, if you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Again, subscribe as well as hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys next time. See, what's the point in waiting?